The giants that once walked the earth, 10 colossal beings. Imagine hearing footsteps so heavy that the ground begins to vibrate before you even see what is coming. Imagine looking straight ahead and realizing that what you're seeing is not a mountain, it's alive, and it's moving. For most of Earth's history, the planet did not belong to small creatures. It belonged to colossal beings, so large that today they seem incompatible with the modern world. And in this video, you will discover 10 real giants proven by science that once walked, swam, or flew across our planet. But pay attention, because as this list progresses, it becomes increasingly clear that Earth once supported bodies that today it simply could no longer sustain. Before continuing, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos from Mente Curiosa, and leave suggestions for future topics in the comments below. Now, prepare your ears. 1. Argentinosaurus, the largest land animal ever identified. Argentinosaurus lived around 95 million years ago during the Cretaceous period in the region that is now Argentina. Based on fossils such as vertebrae, ribs, and a gigantic femur, scientists estimate that it reached 30 to 35 meters in length and weighed between 70 and 100 tons. To put that into perspective, each vertebra in its spine was larger than an adult human. The most important detail is this: we have never found a complete skeleton. Even so, these fragments alone already place Argentinosaurus at the absolute limit of what physics allows for a land animal. If it were just a little larger, it might not have been able to support its own weight. And that raises an unsettling question. Why did nature come so close to the limit? 2. Patagotitan, gigantism as the rule, not the exception. Patagotitan lived in the same region and virtually during the same period as Argentinosaurus. Estimates indicate 37 meters in length and a weight between 60 and 75 tons. But the most impressive thing is not just its size, it's the behavior. Fossils found together indicate that these animals lived in groups. This means gigantism was not an isolated accident, it was an ecological pattern. Imagine several animals the size of buildings moving together, consuming tons of vegetation each day and shaping the environment around them. These giants did not dominate through attack, they dominated simply by existing. 3. Spinosaurus, the largest land predator in history. Spinosaurus lived around 100 million years ago in northern Africa. It reached 14 to 15 meters in length, surpassing Tyrannosaurus rex in size. But what makes it unique is how it lived. Its bones were denser than those of other dinosaurs. Its tail was wide and laterally flattened. Its nostrils were set back on the skull. All of this points to a clear conclusion. Spinosaurus was semi-aquatic. It hunted giant fish, moved through deep rivers, and dominated environments other predators avoided. And even today, scientists do not fully agree on its body posture. Each new discovery changes the previous model, as if this giant were still refusing to be fully understood. 4. Megatherium, the giant that coexisted with humans. Megatherium lived until about 10,000 years ago, during the end of the last ice age. That means something very direct. Humans saw it alive. This giant sloth could reach 6 meters in height when standing upright and weigh more than 4 tons. Despite its slow appearance, its claws were enormous, and its skeletal structure indicated extreme strength. It survived for hundreds of thousands of years through severe climatic changes. But shortly after human expansion in the Americas, it disappeared. Perhaps hunting, perhaps competition, perhaps fear. But the pattern repeats more often than feels comfortable. 5. Paraceratherium, the largest land mammal of all time. Paraceratherium lived around 25 million years ago and was a distant relative of modern rhinoceroses. It reached approximately 5 meters in height at the shoulders and weighed between 15 and 20 tons. It had no horns. It had no tusks. Its size was its defense. It fed from the tops of trees, out of reach of any other animal. Even so, it vanished completely. No cultural records, no myths, no memory. One of the largest beings to ever walk the earth almost entirely erased. 6. Titanoboa, the snake that reveals Earth's past climate. Titanoboa lived around 60 million years ago, shortly after the extinction of the dinosaurs. It reached 13 to 14 meters in length and weighed more than 1 ton. But the most important thing is not its size. Snakes depend on ambient temperature. For a snake to grow that large, the planet needed to be significantly warmer than it is today. Titanoboa is not just an extinct animal. It is biological proof that Earth's climate was once very different. And that raises a silent question. If the planet returns to that state, what else could grow again? 7. Megalodon, the most powerful biting machine in history. Megalodon lived until about 3 million years ago and reached 15 to 18 meters in length. Its bite is considered the most powerful ever recorded in an animal. It hunted adult whales, not out of necessity, but because it could. The detail that still intrigues scientists today is this: we have never found a complete skeleton. Cartilage decomposes, but the enormous number of teeth discovered indicates massive populations, as if the ocean swallowed the rest of the story. 8. Gigantopithecus, the largest primate that ever existed. Gigantopithecus lived in Asia until about 300,000 years ago. It could reach 3 meters in height and weigh more than 500 kilograms. The fossils found are limited to gigantic teeth and jawbones, enough to confirm its size, but insufficient to explain its behavior. When science reaches its limits, human imagination fills the empty space. It is in this gap that legends are born. 9. Quetzalcoatlus, the largest flying being in history. Quetzalcoatlus lived around 70 million years ago. It had a wingspan of up to 12 meters and a height similar to that of a giraffe. Despite its size, studies indicate it was capable of flight, taking off using all 4 limbs and gliding over long distances. Imagine looking up at the sky and seeing something larger than a small airplane slowly passing above you. The sky was not safe. 10. Leviathan melvillei, when giants hunted giants. Leviathan melvillei lived around 13 million years ago during the Miocene period. It reached between 13 and 17 meters in length and possessed a skull nearly 3 meters long. Unlike modern whales, Leviathan had massive functional teeth, up to 36 centimeters in length. These teeth were used to hunt other whales. It competed directly with Megalodon. No ocean had a stable top of the food chain. It was a world of constant confrontation between colossi. These 10 giants existed. They are not myths. They are not exaggerations. They are fossil facts. And all of them disappeared, some slowly, others abruptly. The planet changed, and the balance that allowed such bodies simply ceased to exist. But Earth's history shows something unsettling. Whenever the conditions return, life responds. Now, at the end of this video, you are seeing 2 other videos on the screen. One explores this forgotten past even further. The other takes this curiosity in a different direction. The choice is yours. Click on one of them and continue exploring the mysteries the planet still holds.